Welcome to Oak Tree Stories, timeless tales rooted in India. Here you'll find gentle, thoughtful tales drawn from our rich storytelling traditions, from ancient fables and folklore to heartwarming slices of modern Indian life. Each story is carefully chosen and lovingly crafted to be age appropriate and calming, with just a touch of wonder. So come, get cozy, and let the story begin. I'm Shalini, your storyteller. Today's story takes place in a city apartment during the summer holidays. A story about boredom, discovery, and how the sky slowly became part of a child's everyday world. It was the second week of summer holidays. Mehul had played all the board games twice. He had finished his sticker book. His best friend had gone to his grandmother's house. And Amma was on her third Zoom call of the day. He peeked into the fridge. Only cucumbers. He rolled across the floor dramatically. Amma, I'm bored. She pressed mute and raised an eyebrow. I'm in a meeting, Mehul. But there's nothing to do, he moaned. She softened. There's a whole world outside that window. Go see what it's up to. Grumbling, Mehul stepped out onto the balcony. The heat stuck to his skin. He looked down. A cat asleep on a scooter. A coconut vendor twirling a knife. The watchman sipping tea. Then he looked up. A huge cloud shaped like an animal. A dragon, maybe. It drifted across the sky, slow and silent. Mehul blinked, then dashed back inside. Amma, there's a dragon in the sky. She turned her head, amused. Last time you saw a shape in the clouds, you were 5. You called it a flying idli. Mehul frowned. I don't remember that. She grinned. You said it looked like an idli wearing a helmet and zooming through space. He giggled. That does sound like me. He looked back at the sky. The dragon had stretched out now, longer, like it was flying away. The next day, Mehul went out again, this time on purpose. No dragon today, but a line of clouds curled like a sleepy snake. The sun was behind them, glowing like a torch. Later that evening, Amma joined him with her cup of tea. They stood quietly. The sky turned pink and orange, a soft glowing mix. Mehul whispered, It looks like the inside of a mango. Amma raised her eyebrows. Definitely Alfonso. He smiled. That night, Mehul opened his notebook and drew a winged dragon floating in the sky. By the end of the week, sky watching had become a bit of a ritual. Mehul would step out, look up, and wait. But one afternoon, he came out and stood with his arms crossed. The sky was pale and flat, almost empty. No shapes today, he muttered. It's just boring. Amma stepped out behind him, balancing a load of laundry on her hip. Not every day is exciting, she said. Some days are quiet or a little grumpy. Mehul didn't answer. After a while, he said, Maybe the sky feels like me. Amma looked at him gently. Yeah? What do you mean? He shrugged. Just tired, like it doesn't want to play today. She nodded. That's okay too. He leaned his head on her arm. They stayed like that for a while. The next morning, Mehul had a rough start. He couldn't find his favorite blue sock. His Lego tower collapsed. And Amma asked him to tidy up again. He felt annoyed, tangled, and weirdly sad all at once. A feeling he just couldn't name. Still carrying that heavy mood, he stepped onto the balcony. The sky above was filled with clouds, heavy grey ones, moving fast and low. They looked like they were trying not to cry. Amma stepped out quietly and stood beside Mehul. She followed his gaze. Mehul said softly, "The sky looks upset today." Amma nodded. "It does, like it's having a hard day." They stood in silence for a while. Then Mehul added, "But it's still changing." Amma asked gently, "What do you mean?" He pointed. "There, that bit of light behind the clouds?" Amma's voice warmed. "Oh yeah, I see it." Mehul thought for a moment. Then he said, "I think I feel like the sky sometimes. All mixed up, but still me." That evening, Mehul took out a notebook. On the first page, he wrote in big letters, "Sky Diary." Underneath, he drew a scribble of a cloud shaped like a dragon with lightning eyes. Then he wrote, "The sky was grey today. I felt mixed up. Amma said even clouds don't always know what shape they're becoming. I liked that." Each day after, Mehul added something new to his sky diary. Some pages were filled with drawings. A cloud shaped like a parrot mid-squawk. A sunset that looked like melted jam. A patch of sky that reminded him of a sleeping elephant. On the other days, he wrote about his feelings. Words like grumpy, hopeful, or tired like the sky. Sometimes his entries were just a few lines. Clouds moving fast, I feel jumpy. Or the sky was still, I didn't talk much either. And then there were days when he didn't feel like writing at all. Those pages stayed mostly blank, just a small sketch in the corner or a soft smudge of color, as if the day had spoken in whispers. Over time, the diary became something more than a book. It was a place where Mehul could listen to the sky and to himself. And slowly, looking up became a part of his day. Even when he didn't feel like talking, even when Amma was working, they still stepped out just for 5 minutes. And Mehul noticed that the more he watched the sky, the easier it became to understand what he was feeling. That was the thing about the sky. It always made space for clouds, for colors, and even for feelings. And that, dear listeners, was The Sky on the Balcony. A story about noticing the world outside and gently learning to understand the world within. Through Mehul's Sky Diary, we are reminded that feelings change, just like clouds. And sometimes just looking up is enough. If you'd like to start your own sky diary, we've shared a simple guide on our Instagram and Facebook pages. All you need is a notebook, a pencil, and a little sky above you. And if this story made you want to draw something, maybe the flying idli or maybe Mehul's mango-colored sky, we'd love to see it. Ask your grown-up to help you send us a picture of your artwork using the form on our website. It might even be featured in a future episode with a special shout-out just for you. Grown-ups, you can also follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Oak Tree Stories for new episodes, behind-the-scenes glimpses, and more from our world of storytelling. Until next time, may you always find space to feel. and skies to look up at.